Hey puppies, welcome back to a brand new Ninja video. In today's video we are back in the 1.19 experimental snapshot 1 to talk about this big structure behind me. Are Mojang adding a brand new dimension to Minecraft using the ancient cities? It's a very good question. It's a question that I've heard asked a little bit, and so I thought I'd give my own little speculation on my opinion on it. So before we continue with this video too much, I want to talk about the fact that most of the talk in today's video is speculation. I don't have any insider knowledge, unfortunately. I don't actually work for Mojang. If I say anything that is actually official, I will directly state that it is from a developer, rather than just my own speculation. But without further delay, I suppose we should continue on and begin this little video. So let's start off with talking a little bit about why people think that Mojang are adding a brand new dimension into Minecraft. Well, that is mainly because of the thing in front of me. It's possible that this thing is a portal. There's some speculation that this weird structure with the reinforced deep slate there, as you can see, lots of reinforced deep slates, is a portal of some kind. Now, why would this be the case? Well, I mean, it does kind of look like a portal. It is a rectangular thing, you know, you could make another portal this size. And another interesting thing about it is, well, the portal block. If it was indeed a portal, the portal block would be this reinforced deep slate. It's a new version of deep slate, only generates in the ancient cities at that block. What is its purpose? Well, currently it is, I'm pretty sure it's unbreakable. So this block is, yes, it is indeed unbreakable. I heard it was unbreakable, and then I heard that it only takes 60 seconds to mine, but I currently have an efficiency 100 netherite pickaxe, and I'm not breaking it at all, so there's no way that it is breakable in survival. Currently, there is a little bit of a bug, or at least unintended behavior, that you can currently move it with a piston. Directly from a developer, King B Dogs has mentioned that that is unintended. He did not mean for it to be movable with a piston, which is unfortunate because it's really cool because it's unbreakable but also movable with a piston. Which means that even though you cannot actually mine it, you can move it, which means that you have, it's like movable bedrock. That would be incredible. Completely unbreakable, but movable. Now, he has also stated that although the reinforced deep slate being movable is currently unintended, that he is considering adding in some future update, probably not 1.19, but future update, a block that is unbreakable by mining, but that can be moved. Things like movable with the cages and other things. Because, like, as soon as this thing was released and this was added, there was like all this talk about how great it would be to have block, like technical Minecrafting, and well, yeah, then they added it, and now they're going to take it away, which is nice. But anyway, reinforced deep slate is currently unbreakable, and it's not going to be able to be moved or broken in any way in the future. Well, let's talk about other blocks that are like that. Bedrock? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Other blocks that are unbreakable. There just so happens to be another block that's also unbreakable in Minecraft. End portal frames. That's right, end portal frames are also unbreakable. And end portal frames are end portals. So end portals, well, their frames are unbreakable. So is reinforced deep slate. So does that mean that we will see a reinforced deep slate portal? It's possible. It is possible. Definitely. It definitely has not been confirmed though. So that is a possibility. That portal, that structure, sorry, is actually a portal. Oh, that is terrible. So it is possible that this reinforced deep slate structure is actually a portal. It hasn't been confirmed to not be, though it also, Mojang developers have never talked about adding in a new dimension recently. They haven't said anything about this being a portal, nor have they said anything about wanting to add a new dimension in 1.19 or anything very recent. But they have talked a little bit about adding in new features, certainly big features like dimensions before. I have heard developers talk about. One of the big things that they've wanted to do in Minecraft recently is fix things before they added things, or at least revamp things before they added things. So that's all a bit of a jumble of words, but basically Mojang have talked about the fact that they want to, for example, before they add a bunch of new biomes, they want to update older biomes, like maybe deserts, savannas, you know, all of those biomes that are a little bit lacking, a little bit old, before they add in a bunch of new biomes. Same goes for structures and other features. They want to generally flesh out all of the content that they have in the game right now before they add anything else in. They don't want it. So, before they add in a brand new dimension or anything like that, they would want to first flesh out the 2 dimensions that they already have created. That would be, the 3 dimensions they've already created. And that would be the overworld, the nether, and the end. So the overworld is obviously the most fleshed out because it's practically most of the game. Although a lot of biomes in the overworld are fairly lacking. 1.19 is a lot about revamping old biomes. It may not be the full... What is this? 1.19 has at least been confirmed to revamp swamps, but has it been confirmed to revamp all of the biomes from the biome update? Well, possibly. There was a little bit of speculation before 1.19 was announced that there may be a full biome update. Biome votes have been held at Minecraft Live. For over the last couple of years, they've held a few different biome votes, where you voted for the next biome to be updated in Minecraft. They've also stated that they will update all of those biomes. So, is 1.19 going to update all those biomes? It's possible. The addition of the Deep Dark has been planned for the last 3 updates, and although it is still experimental, it seems to be in a fairly working condition. You know, it's not super broken. There are some things about it that they will maybe want to add, maybe more unique loot. Who knows what they're going to be doing with the Deep Dark if this is just experimental. But a decent amount of the Deep Dark has already been worked out. So does that mean that Mojang have enough time to add in a bunch more biomes? That is possible. To revamp things like the savannas, the deserts, all of those biomes that are a little bit lacking could get revamped. That is possible. So the overworld's biomes and some of the biomes that needed an update may be getting an update in 1.19, maybe even most of it, which would mean that the overworld is getting quite good in fleshed out levels. But what about the other dimensions? That's a good question. Now the nether got updated in 1.16. It's still not as fleshed out as it maybe could be, but it's still pretty good. So that's fleshed out enough. It's not just like one single biome. And all the biomes have their own different things to them. But then there's the 3rd dimension in Minecraft, the end dimension. When will we get an end update? Well, that's not really the topic of this video, but the end does drastically need an update. It's very much like the old nether, if not even worse than the old nether. So the end update. We need an end update soon, and Mojang, judging by their normal philosophies, would be updating the end before they add a new dimension. So does that mean that we will not be seeing any new dimensions before we get an end update? It's highly possible that that is the case, yes. So if this gigantic altar isn't for a new dimension portal, then what is it for? Well, there's one big thing that's been on my mind ever since I saw this thing, pretty much. And I actually mentioned it at the very end of my 1.19 Experimental Snapshot 1 showcase. And that is the fact this thing looks like a warden face. So look at its face there. You see the mouth, and then zoom out again. Zoom in, zoom out again. Zoom in, zoom out. Yeah, you see! And it's got little ears on the side. So generally what I see it as is a giant warden face. But before we continue, I actually think I have a little bit of information to back up this statement. And here is that information. So this is a little bit of official Deep Dark concept art by Mojang that they released during Minecraft Live, or now, or whatever they called it here. But as you can see, this is a player coming up, or this is 2 players actually, coming up on an ancient city. Now, as you can see, in the middle, there is a huge face. Whether this is a warden face or not, I mean, I don't 100% know. Like, it doesn't look that much like a warden face. But also remember, during their concept art, the warden went under major different changes of its design, including a couple of phases with the stalker and a hollow design that kind of looked like this. The stalker design, you know, it looked a little bit like this. Maybe this was more based off of the stalker, but still works for the warden or any creature. It's just a big face. So as you can see, this actually looks pretty close to what it is. Now, this is a more perfect design. They've ruinated this a lot more, and by that I don't mean they actually ruined the design and did bad things with that. I mean they made it look more old and ancient, of course, because it's ancient city. But as you can see, it's got the two ears there and the big mouth in the center. This one even has teeth. The actual structure does not have any teeth or any indication that this really is a mouth. But this kind of face was seen here. There's also a face there as well, which is interesting. So is this entire thing just a warden face? And this entire temple just built around hailing the wardens? That seems possible. Another thing to think about, whether that makes sense or not, why would a warden build a giant structure of wardens? That doesn't make much sense, so why would it hail itself? Well, another thing to think about is the walkways in here are made of wool. Now that's very nice for the players, you know, but hang on a second. They're made of wool. Why would a warden build a structure that's made of wool? Well, it wouldn't. This indicates there was an intelligent life form that understood the powers of the warden's hearing and the wool occlusion and used it in their cities where they lived with wardens and other skulk entities to stop it from finding them and killing them when they're walking around. Now, why would they make a creature that also can kill them? I don't know why. They did just put in a failsafe, but it seems like their failsafe was putting wool on the ground. 2 block tall wool, and wool takes up a large proportion of this. Like, there's a lot of wool here. Like, if you want grey wool, you've hit the jackpot. Not really, just make it more money wool farm. But it is an interesting thought. So there was some sort of intelligent being here that came up with the idea of, you know, putting wool here because they can't hear you when you're just jumping around, walking through your own city. This wool doesn't come and kill you. And also, then they built this giant face here, which is clearly some sort of an altar. You see these 4 lights there, you've got all of the candles, the soul fire. There seems to be a conglomeration of skulk here, which I don't know if that always generates, but it generated this time. There's even soul fire, which indicates the creatures went to the nether and understood the powers of soul fire, as is the soul torches and things. That's a soul lantern, but still. So it is interesting, and it is a great centerpiece for the whole ancient cities. But is it a portal? Well, I have to lean quite strongly towards no. I don't think it's a portal. I think it's probably just a giant wooden face. But I'm motoring completely against ever adding a brand new dimension to Minecraft. I highly doubt that they're against doing it at any point. But are they going to do it recently, or more specifically before an end update? I do also doubt that. Although more features would be cool for Minecraft. I've always kind of thought that a void dimension would be nice to have in Minecraft. You know how the void exists but also kind of doesn't. I've always thought about how there could be a void dimension where maybe Skulk came from the void or something in some sort of outer area, and then maybe Endermites came from there. I've always kind of thought that Endermites actually come from the void rather than the end, considering Endermites hate them. Endermen hate Endermites, so it seems like why would they hate their own native species? But then again, also wardens try to kill their creators apparently, so who knows. Either way, I think that's going to be just about it for this ninja video. So in my opinion, this is not a portal. Is it possible it's a portal? I mean, yes. I mean, it would be a little bit weird if a warden face was a portal, like you crawl inside his mouth and then suddenly you're in a new dimension. But hey, I mean, weirder things have happened in Minecraft, certainly. And so puppies, I think I'm going to see you soon, and, well, and so puppies, that is going to be it. I'll see you in the next 1.19 video, Curiosity Season 2, or any of my little videos that I make on this channel. And so, I hope to see you very, very soon, and bye-bye!